Failure to serve by the end of the 10 seconds is a foul. So the change end procedures, right? Everybody knows this. If you're changing at 6, how many points are we playing?
If you 11.
For changing at 8, how many are we playing?
15.
15.
And if we change ends at 11 points, what are we playing to?
21.
Right on. They all had that on the test, and I hope you got it right. Instruct the teams to switch ends. And end change procedure. State the score, right? So the score would normally be 6-2, 1. Change ends, please. Start your 1-minute timer. Move to the center court. Mark the score sheet that the change has been made, right? So again, we just fill in the diagonal, the triangle. And don't forget, you actually have to take your score sheet off of the clipboard, turn the score sheet over, and now turn it around so that the clip on the clipboard is facing the team that's serving to the end that they're now standing in, right? So you have to take it off and you have to turn it. If you were right before, it's not going to be right if you just turn it and aim at the other team, the other side. You're going to have the wrong people there. So you got to take it off and turn it around. Before removing the clip, yes, now this is very important. Just like we had the diagonal slashes that were going down, before you remove your score clip, you want to mark beside the clip who was serving. So if it was Mary Smith and it's serving at 6, 4-1, we know she's first server because it came in at 6 or 4 or whatever. We would put down a 1 above by her name. What I do is I actually do the same thing as I do as a timeout. So if I know the score was 6-4-1 when Mary got the 6 point, I would put the diagonal slash down. I would put the 6 and the 4 on. Then I would take the clip and I would remove it because I know exactly when I turn that score sheet around on the clip and put it over there, I'm now going to putting that clothespin or my scoring clip right above Mary's name, and I can confirm that because the score is written there. Everybody follow that? Okay, easy little thing, but it's not one of those things, again, nice little procedure to have, because if you, and I've done this, I've taken the clip off and I'm going, oh my crap, who was serving? And you know, you have to sort of wait and you look and you got to straighten it out with them, and that's always embarrassing. So you want to make sure you know what you're doing before you do it. We rotate the score sheet and the clipboard, yes. Replace the server clip over the, based on the first or the second server. And at the 45-second mark, loudly notify each team that there's 15 seconds remaining. Assume the referee position by the end of 1 minute. And state, and now we don't say time in. When we're changing ends in the third game, it is not a timeout situation, right? It was a change ends. And so what we're doing is we're resuming play is what we say. Right, players are ready? We'll resume play, please. That's if the score, that's if the time has not got to the 1 minute yet. If we're at the 1 minute, you don't ask them if they're ready. You just say, resume play, 6-4-1. All scores and call score and start the 10-second clock. Yes. Yeah, we got that already. Timeout 1 minute allowed. All right, so at an end change procedure, make sure that they're allowed no more than the 1 minute. The conversation between partners is permitted, right? Hydration is always permitted now. There is no hydration break, so that's permitted. And not a timeout. And coaching, therefore, is not permitted. So they can talk amongst themselves, but they can't have coaching from any third party on the sidelines or any comments. So at completion of the match, you announce point, game, match, 11-5-2. So we know that the match is over. The score was 11-5, and it was the second server. So that's what I would do. At completion of the match on the score sheet, you again You now, what I do is circle the final scores for all teams. You can shade them in. That's part of best practices. And we write winners by the winning team's name. Very important. Now we got to get this for the referee desk, and they got to control all the matches. So this is where you make a mistake, we can have the wrong teams going out on the next match. And if it's a gold medal match, it's most embarrassing when we have the losing team going out when the winner should be out there. So again, you circle the winners' names, both players, and with the winners' names up, record the score of all the games in order they occurred on the center of the score sheet. We'll show you on the score sheet where you put that, and mark the game scores accordingly and legibly. Have winning teams members confirm they are the winners and check their scores, and they initial that fact. Recheck your work before you turn it in. Without delay, you return the clipboard and the score sheet to the referee's desk. Yeah, you know, if you're in a big tournament and all of a sudden the players want to talk to you after the match about something that happened, you can be 5 minutes beyond what you should be. They need to keep it going, and the tournament director is very adamant that you get these scorecards back in as quickly as you can at the end of every match. So if they have to talk to you, you say, you can come with me and talk to me after I hand it in, no problem, but I have to go to the referee desk now. So here's what the score sheet looked like and what we were just talking about. So we have circled all the scores of the teams involved, all right? And then we write them down. And of course, we have the winning team, their names are up. So we know that it was 11-4 in the first match. We write 11-4. In the second match, it was 6-11, and we write 6-11. Third game, I should say, not match, third game of this match, we write 11-4, and then that's where we have them initial. We take our pencil and we circle now both names of the winning team. Jim Smith and Mary Smith, we circle, and we write winners up top. We do not write losers on the bottom and have them initial it. Okay, good. I wanted to get some sort of reaction out there. It's hard doing this without a reaction.
Runners up.
Yeah, well, silver, you can put silver medalists, you know, second place. But no, so this team gets winners, and that is a properly filled out sheet. Again, you'll notice that the second game has been absolutely lined out on both teams. So we know that we're in the third game of this match, sorry. And yep, looks good to turn in. When that goes into the desk, what they'll do with you standing there is they're going to take a felt pen and they're going to go winners, Mary and John Smith, and they'll put their highlighter on the winners and highlight their names. They will then go 11-4 and highlight those. They'll go 6-11, highlight that, and 11-4 and highlight that. Then they'll highlight the initials and they'll go good. Thank you very much. And that's when you're dismissed. And you can go sit down and wait for your name to be called for the next match. All right, any questions on that? Again,
Nope.
a most important function to make sure that that tournament is running smoothly and correctly, you need to do that and watch that very, very carefully. It gets quite a bit more involved if you have a gold medal match, for example, and you get 2 score sheets. And of course, this was the first score sheet. And the second one now, because the losing team came in and won, we are now going to play 1 game to 15 by 2 is the normal format. So you might have a score sheet below this. So you fill out this one first. Excuse me. You do not have to return it to the referee desk at that point. You just put it as your second score sheet, bring in the 1 to 15. And now this is a new match and you must prepare it like you were starting a whole new match. You do the same number first, a number 1 or a number 2 in the back. You go through the whole, do you want to receive? Do you want to serve? What side do you want? You go through and start the whole process again, like it's a brand new match. How long are they allowed between, in a gold medal match, between the best of 3 to 11 by 2 and the game to 15?
10 minutes.
Very good. You guys are on the ball.
Hey, we read the book.
That's good. That's what I wanted to hear. Somebody did their homework. All right.
Alan, what's that number 2 under the name of Jim Smith?
That was very good to ask that. That's, can anybody tell John what that is?
Yeah, he
When
was
they
the,
changed in the third game,
Server on the third game.
That's what happens when you got an open mic and you got 100 people. They all talk at once. Yeah, that's it, John. So this was the mark between on the third game before we moved the clip that he was the second server.
Alan, quick question.
Yeah.
There's no denotation on that triangle as to what the score was when there was a change of ends.
No, all we're knowing is that this team scored it first,
Okay,
right? The other team, there, it doesn't show you the triangle here, but it should have a oh, there it is right here. Sure, sure it does.
Right.
It's on the wrong side though. That's an incorrect position. It should be on the bottom at the third game. It should be
Right.
right there, that triangle, right?
right.
Somebody's got that in the wrong place. So one's filled in. And again, that has not been made best practice yet. It's a smart thing to do. And a bunch of us certified referees do that to indicate, because I'll tell you, if you're in a long match and it's taking you forever to get, or you get to 6 very quickly, I should say, and then the other team finally gets to 6 much later on, you almost want to go again and change sides. And by glancing down and seeing the other triangle filled in already, you go, oh yeah, we've already switched sides. And that's just affirmation, again, something on the score sheet that affirms something has happened. So good, thanks for checking the number 2 up there. Now that's unlike what I said. What I would like to see up there is there's no timeouts being called in this match, as you'll see. But again, what I would have done is put down the slash as the second server. So it would have gone from, sorry, top left to bottom right, gone that way. And I would put the score in and 7-5 or 6-5, whatever. Okay, follow that? That's what I do over there, is I put the 6/4, whatever the score is.